Greetings to all figure skating fans. In the coming minutes on the main events of the day, former Russian figure skater Anastasia Gubanova, who currently competes for Georgia, shared her emotions after winning the European Championships. Of course, the best moment in today's skating is the very end of the program, when I have performed all the elements, and here is this feeling that I have coped with myself. Well, tears of joy somehow come out on their own. These competitions are the hardest this season just mentally. That's why it was hard for me to skate today, but I'm glad I managed to cope with it. I fell on my knees at the end of the competition because of exhaustion and joy. I am very happy to represent Georgia. I really like this country, architecture, culture, and it is beautiful there. I was in Tbilisi before the season. It was so delicious. I tasted so much there. My group in St. Petersburg is my second family. The guys supported me a lot. And with Dmitry Aliyev we had a lot of heart-to-heart talks. He is a European champion after all, and he passed on to me his experience which I used. I want to thank him for his support, and my whole group too, said Gubanova. Before I continue to update you, please take a few seconds of your time and subscribe to the channel and like this video. Thank you very much. Nikita Starostin once skated for Russia, but then decided to change his sporting citizenship and now competes for Germany. This season he became German champion for the first time in his career. Now his challenge is to get his quadruple jumps into his routine and qualify for the Olympics. At the European Championships, Starostin performed unsuccessfully and took only 15th place. The skater talked about his decision to change his sporting citizenship, spoke about Aleksandra Trusova's 5 quadruple jumps, Kamila Valieva's doping, and why he cheered for Loena Hendrickx at the Olympics. The first time I stepped on the ice, I really enjoyed it. I felt it was mine. That's how I chose the sport. We went to mass skating, saw the coach and asked to join the group. But she turned me down because I was already 7 years old at the time. That's too late to start skating, because usually you come at the age of 3 or 4, but I didn't give up. Later we found a coach with whom I began to grow. Then I was in Alexei Mishin's group. He sent me to another coach, with whom I started playing for Germany. There I learned the base, the triple jumps. My stepfather is German, so skating for Germany was a great option. At first in Germany injuries interfered, the results were not what I wanted. So the federation arranged for me to train with a Hungarian choreographer, Adam Soldier, and he saw a talent in me that others did not notice. We started working together and I decided to move to Europe. It turned out to be the right idea. I felt there was no future for me in Russia. People didn't believe I could do more. After the European Championships we are planning to work on the quadruple jump. When it is stable then we will put it in the programs, said the skater. He was also asked if he had been following the Olympics. Only cheered for Loena Hendrickx, and that was it. Didn't watch much as I had other competitions to prepare for. I wanted to go to the Olympics, but I didn't have a German passport. Maybe it was for the best. I needed to gain experience as it was my first season as an adult. Loena Hendrickx and I get along well. We supported each other at the last Europe. We always try to motivate in training. We are good friends. I've seen Aleksandra Trusova perform 5 quads at the Olympic Games, and at the European Championship, I also watched her perform. What I can say about her quads is that you can't help but admire them. She's like a string in the air, like some kind of aliens. It takes a lot of work to get that kind of result, especially when you're doing 5/4s. You have to learn it first, then train a lot to get it right all the time. It's hard work, the skater said. Starostin was also asked about Kamila Valieva's doping situation. I can't say. I'm not a doctor. I wasn't present anywhere. I can't say whether she took something or not. But all the same, in order to jump quadruplets, doping won't help. I can't say anything. As for Daniel Grassl, who decided to train with Eteri Tutberidze, everyone has different opinion. Some of the fans support him, others do not like his choice. If Daniel chose this, it means he wants to try something new. You can't say that he did something good or bad. It's his choice. I don't want to judge anyone, Starostin said. The Russian anti-doping agency RUSADA has tested figure skater Kamila Valieva twice in the last 2 months of 2022. In total, RUSADA tested Valieva 3 times in 2022, the first time in July, the second and third time in November and December. Valieva won gold in the team event at the 2022 Olympic Games in Beijing as part of the Russian team, but no medals were awarded because an anti-doping investigation was launched against Valieva. In January 2023 it became known that the RUSADA Anti-Doping Disciplinary Committee found Valieva not guilty of violating anti-doping rules. At the same time, the figure skater's victory at the Russian Championship in 2022, the day she tested positive, was annulled. Georgian figure skater Maurice Kvitelashvili is returning to Eteri Tutberidze and will continue training in Moscow. This was announced by Maurice Kvitelashvili, president of Georgian Figure Skating Federation. In November 2022 it became known that the figure skater temporarily changed the place of training. He worked in Italy with Lorenzo Magri. The US figure skating team for the World and Four Continents Championships is now known. Thank you for watching this video till the end. Subscribe to the channel, do not forget to like it and give your opinion in comments. See you soon.